So 8 years ago, my soon-to-be ex-husband was supposed to do all of the research on schools. And then he came to me and he told me he was too busy at work and that I was going to have to do it. And I was like, you cannot just drop this in my lap. That's ridiculous. Anyone who's here in an urban area, we all share the same problems, middle-class families, between public schools, private schools, moving to the suburbs. I'd rather eat glass than move to the suburbs. So faced with that predicament, we decided to check out our neighborhood school, Nettlehurst, and see just how crappy this school was before we panicked. So we walked in, and the principal at the time said, what do I have to do to get your kids to come to school here? Because at that point, nobody in the neighborhood went to school there. And we said, well, that's very interesting. We'll come back tomorrow and let you know. So we came back the next day with this 5-page typewritten list of all the things that we thought would have to be in place in order to make a neighborhood move back en masse. And the principal, Susan Curlin, said, well, let's get started, girls. It's going to be a very busy year. So we organized. We went back to the park, and we put all of these mommies onto teams. We had infrastructure, PR, curriculum, marketing, enrichment, a special events team. And all of those teams had to succeed concurrently in order to make the project work. 9 months later, we had our first open house. 300 families came, and 78 kids signed up for preschool that day. In a matter of a year, we took one of the worst schools in Chicago and turned it into one of the best.
We need to calibrate what good teaching should look like and sound like in the classroom. And I believe that National Board Certification does that. It establishes high and rigorous standards for what teachers should know and be able to do through intensive study, expert evaluation, self-assessment, and peer evaluations as well, just like doctors do. National Board Certified teachers become the masters at their craft. The National Research Council states that teachers who earn board certification are more effective at improving their students' achievement, more effective than other teachers. I would say this is probably true because of the deeper understanding of the pedagogy. But I'm not saying that teachers without certification aren't good teachers, but what I am saying is that teachers with board certification have a higher ability to adapt instruction and create challenging and engaging lessons. Also, students of board-certified teachers outperform students of other teachers across the nation. And finally, board-certified teachers have a renewed enthusiasm for teaching and are more likely to stay in the profession and become leaders in their educational communities.
You have to have a principal who's going to look perhaps like me, not a coach, certainly, but someone who has been an instructional leader, someone who is an entrepreneur, someone who bridges community, just like the parent that we have here on the panel, and have them welcome them into the school and let them do their thing, right? Industrial partnership developers. I have to be able to broker relationships with you and make sure that you will see the fruit of the work that's being done at the school. I also believe that parents need to see exactly how their involvement is going to make a difference at a school.